Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Hey, thanks for heading into my kitchen, cooking with Lady D. How y'all doing today? I hope all is well. Well, today what we're gonna do a double-sided lasagna. Oh yes, a double-sided lasagna. What that basically means is that we're going to have half of the lasagna with ground beef and half of the lasagna with chicken breasts. Yeah, because everybody don't like the same thing, you know. So because everybody don't like the same thing, we're just gonna split it in half because don't nobody have time to be making two pans of nothing. Okay, so we're gonna do that. I want you guys to just buckle up and take this ride with me. Glad to have you. And once again, hey, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Cooking with Lady D. Like this video, subscribe. Not yet. Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll. All right. So right here are our ingredients. I'm gonna try to get you in. Let's see what I got going on here. I'm gonna probably have to just spin the bowl around. And what I like to do, as most of you know, I like to go ahead on and go over the ingredients. This way you can write them down if you need, and you won't miss out on anything while we're doing the cooking. All right. So for starters, let's say for the lasagna, I have 1.5 pounds of mozzarella cheese. Let's see if we can roll this around. How we looking? Okay. Well, then we have about a half a cup of shredded sharp cheese or mild cheese. A teaspoon of black pepper. My pepper just fell. We have some parsley, about 2 leaves of parsley chopped up. I'm going to have to add a little bit more pepper since that fell. And about a teaspoon of garlic powder. About a quarter cup of scallions. About a quarter cup of regular ketchup. I love garlic so much. So we have maybe about less than a quarter cup of, let's just say 2 cloves of garlic chopped up. And a half a cup of Roma tomatoes chopped up. In addition to the spices, I also have my sazon, baby. I love sazon. I love sazon. So we're going to use the sazon as well. And in this bowl right here, we have a mix here. We have peppers, we have red peppers, green peppers, orange peppers, onions, celery, scallion, and garlic. So what I did, I stir fried these on top of the stove. All right, with just a little bit of, just a little dab of EVOO, and I cooked it down until it got nice and soft. And we're going to put this in our sauce. Then we have 1 cup, yeah, this is a cup, of just regular tomato sauce. 1 cup of tomato sauce, okay? So that's what we have there. Just want to give you guys a good view. Want to give you a really good view so you can see exactly what's going on. All right? So again, we have mozzarella cheese, we have cheddar cheese, we have black pepper, parsley, garlic powder, scallions, ketchup, garlic, Roma tomatoes, sassoon. We have my mixed of we have the mix of the other scallions and onions and different kind of peppers and celery and my sazon. And then we have the ricotta cheese as well. Okay, ricotta cheese. Okay, and I think we already said that we had the sauce, regular tomato sauce. And in here, this is a 28-ounce jar of just tomato sauce or paste. Let me see, who do I use here? Let me see. Ah, well, actually, yeah, of the traditional sauce. Okay, that's the one I used in here. Okay, so as you all know, when it comes to lasagna, it's all about the sauce, baby. It's all about the sauce. If the sauce is not good, everything else is going to be bland. All right? That's the way that happens. So I'm gonna make sure we put together this sauce properly, and then we'll get moving. So let's start with the sauces. Okay? Let's start with mixing the sauce. This way I can clear off my little station here to make room to do other things. All right, so just relax. It's no big deal here. So let's just go ahead and pour in the traditional sauce, spaghetti sauce, or whatever sauce you want, however you want to call it. And I apologize. Listen, I hope you're able to hear me clearly. My last video, the sound wasn't that good. You know, I'm not really techie. I need to learn how to do this, but I'm trying to speak a little loud so you won't miss anything, or so I won't sound mute. So then I just went on and poured in the tomato sauce. Added that to the regular. And hey, listen, we can just go ahead and dump all our seasonings in. Garlic sauce, garlic powder, parsley, pepper. Remember, this pepper is supposed to be about a teaspoon. We're going to do our garlic. Okay. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to pour in our parsley. We did our parsley. We poured in right now our scallions. And we're going to put our tomatoes in here as well. Oh, we're really clearing up. Alrighty, and finally, I'm going to open up this sassoon. And I will pour the sassoon in the sauce. Now, this sauce has tons of flavor. Tons of flavor. Tons of flavor for days. So I'm going to just go ahead and stir that around a bit. Can you guys see that? Just going to stir that around a bit. And now I'm going to just add in my blend. The blend of the peppers and the onions and the celery. All of this is in the sauce. It's about the sauce, baby! Alright. Oh, honey, this sauce looks so good. And you know, it's really something how you can even smell a good sauce. You can really smell it. I smell it. Alright, so guess what? Our sauce is ready. Our sauce is ready. So I'm going to take my ketchup. Let me just do something. So I spill some of that black pepper. So I want to just get that black pepper up before it falls behind my stove. Alright, so I cleared that black pepper up because, as you all know, I like a tidy kitchen. Alright, so the sauce is good right now, okay? So right now I'm going to take the cheeses. I'm going to sit them aside for a moment. Put them here in the middle part of my stove. And we got the sauce. So now let me share with you what's happening. What I did, I went on ahead and I cooked the ground beef. Okay? And whenever you cook ground beef, you never have to add oil to the pan because it makes its own oil. So I cooked the ground beef already. Y'all like my pot? Y'all see this pot? I love this pot. I got it from Ross. Man, you go into Ross, you get some good deals. And then in my next pot, I'm using my cast iron. I cooked up some. Let me switch pots over right quick so you can see. I went on ahead and I cooked some chicken strips. Okay, just regular chicken strips. And again, you don't have to fry them down in a lot of oil or anything like that. I just had a little bit of EVO in there, and I cooked the chicken strip. So what I'm going to just do right now is just chop them up a bit, just a little bit. You know what? Let me tell y'all this. Growing up, we never had no lasagna. What is lasagna? We never had lasagna. In my house, we had rice every day. My dad was from Charleston. He had family from Charleston. He grew up in Sumter, South Carolina. But that Geechee way is still with him. So we always had rice every day. Every day we had rice in our house. Alrighty. And then one day, this girl named Lolita and I grew up together. So we call each other sisters, but we're actually cousins. But we grew up together. She came home one day because we all lived together. She came home one day and she said, I'm going to make some lasagna. I know how to make lasagna. And I guess I was about maybe, I'm going to tell how old I was, child, because I was kind of fast. My kids wasn't as fast as I was. I'm not kidding you. I was probably about 13. And so I'm like, lasagna? What is lasagna? So she came on in and she was working. She had some little job at a grocery store in Queens, New York. This was taking place. And she came on in and she put together the ground beef. mozzarella cheese, and sauce. That was it. Okay, and I guess some regular black pepper and salt. And she put it together and she layered it and everything. And we all ate some, and it was pretty darn good. It was pretty darn good. So that's the first taste of lasagna. Now, where did she learn that? She was hanging out with her friend named Virginia. Yes, they were friends, and Virginia's family is from Newport News, Virginia. And her mom used to make all kinds of stuff that we never had in our house. Lobster, lasagna. Man, we didn't have no lobster. You know, we had certain days that we had certain foods, okay? Like Friday was fish day. Wednesday was spaghetti day. Sunday was, Sunday could be just about anything, including cow tongue. In any case, here we go. Chop that up. It's looking pretty good. In any case, she learned it from Virginia. And let me tell you about Virginia. Virginia ended up being my sister-in-law, child. She ended up being my sister-in-law. Now, I don't know whether or not I fell for her brother because their mama could make lasagna, or whether I fell for their brother because that old Spice cologne was smelling so good. Let me tell y'all something, honey. That Old Spice back in the day, or what is it, Royal Copenhagen? See, back in the day, even when you was young teenage, men used to wear cologne. Or young guys used to wear cologne. That stuff used to smell so good. And oh yeah, I fell for him. So, we ended up getting married, child. But that's another day and another story. So sometimes I say, did it have anything to do with the lasagna? Well, maybe it did, because Lolita knew Virginia before I knew my husband, Charles. All right, so now here's the sauce. I chopped up the chicken. The ground beef is ready. I'm going to take some of this sauce, all right? And I'm going to put some over the chicken. And I'm going to go ahead and put some over the ground beef. Real easy. Lasagna is easy. Like I said, it's all about the sauce. That's it. So I'm just trying to mix it in. Mix it in a bit. So we'll have sauce throughout all the meat. Nobody don't want no fried meat that don't taste right. Bland food. No, we don't do bland. Okay, let me add a little bit more sauce there. And yeah, so that's how I got to be doing lasagna. But of course, as the years went by, oh, and when I'm talking about, this was a long time ago, honey. This was in the 1970s. Oh yeah, this was in the 1970s when I first ate lasagna. This wasn't recently. Wasn't recently. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm mixing the sauce around in the chicken. There we go. So that looks darn good. It looks about ready. So as you know, if you don't know, I'm going to share with you. Lasagna also is about layering. It's about layering, okay? So, we'll start moving around some things. And that's another thing. We have a lot of, when you're cooking lasagna, you have a lot of different bowls that you're working with. So what I like to do, in the first bowl, I like to just go ahead and pour some sauce at the bottom, okay? Pour some sauce at the bottom. And kind of like spread it out a bit. There we go. Pour the sauce, spread it out. My oven has been preheating at 350 for like the last 20 minutes or so. So it's going to be nice and hot by the time we put this lasagna in, okay? Now, once I've done that, I have my noodles over here. Y'all see those lasagna noodles? See the noodles? I'm going to bring those noodles a little bit closer. We're going to maneuver. We're going to make things happen now. Go sit in the middle eye. All right, here go my noodles. Now, with the noodles, I pre-boiled them. But I didn't boil them so much as to where they fall apart. You know, people use the term al dente, cook them al dente. Well, I never heard of that word when I was growing up. We said cook those noodles until you know you're able to stir them around and it's not going to break. But keep in mind that these noodles are also going in the oven, and it's going to continue to cook while it's in the oven. So you don't want extra soft noodles. So now that we have one layer noodle, now this is the way I do it. Some people may do it differently, okay? I like to start with putting some cheese, mozzarella cheese. That's my first layer. And when it comes to this cheese, this is 24 ounces. 24 ounces of cheese is what I have here. A 16-ounce bag. and a 8 ounce. So that's 24 ounces of the mozzarella cheese. And this is shredded cheese. So, okay, I started with the mozzarella cheese. And I'm going to put some ricotta next. I'm going to put ricotta. I remember I didn't like ricotta for years. For years. And you say, oh, ricotta. I'm like, oh, I don't like that. And I think I didn't like it because I don't drink milk. Nope. I don't drink milk. I haven't drank milk since I was probably an infant, like 1 or 2 years old. So this reminded me of milk, I guess. So maybe that's where my dislike came from. But I love it today, honey. So yeah, we can definitely change. All right. So now let's start with some of the chicken, okay? This pot is hot. Let me get a towel. Okay, so I'm just going to take some of the chicken and spread across nicely. Across. And remember, it's only going to be half of the lasagna. Only half of the lasagna is going to be chicken. The other half is going to be beef. So now that I've done that, now let's go on over to the beef side. All right, so I'm going to get some ground beef, and we're going to spread that out. We're only going to do like 2 layers because this pan is not going to hold but so many layers. You know, sometimes I cook in the aluminum pans, those aluminum lasagna pans, because it's deeper. But this pan is not that deep. And then again, I put all these different spices and onions and stuff. If you don't like that, you don't have to put it in your lasagna. But just make sure that you create a sauce that you're going to like. All right. Then I'm going to put some more mozzarella cheese. I like a lot of mozzarella. I like cheese. I love cheese. Cheese everything. I love cheese, honey. And that sauce is so good. That sauce is good. You know, when you like something, when you want to do your sauce or whatever, when you like something, you make sure. Like, I like cooking. If you like cooking, you're making sure that you do your very best because you enjoy it. Because you enjoy it. All right. Now we're going to do a little bit more ricotta. Then I'll do some more noodles on top of that. See, it's real simple. You know, this is something that's fun that you could do with your kids, too. Make lasagna. Because, you know, you're layering. You're doing kind of like fun stuff. So this is kind of nice. Kind of nice. Now, let me share this. When you make lasagna, if you make a lot, let's say, and you don't feel like you're going to be eating the entire thing, or your family's not going to finish the entire thing, I suggest you don't let it cook fully. All right? So what I'm saying is, normally I leave it in the oven on about 400 for about 30 minutes or so. So what you would do, you would probably leave it on for maybe 20 minutes. About 20 minutes. And the reason I say that is because you don't want to cook all the cheese down. So you want to leave some of that mozzarella cheese to be able to string itself out after you put it in the freezer and take it out again. You'll still have that pull in that mozzarella cheese. Okay, I just put a little bit of cheese. It's no big deal. So now let's go ahead. And we're just about finishing it off now. It's about finishing it up. So we're going to do the chicken there. If you have finicky eaters in your house, this is the best thing you can do. Because like I said, ain't nobody have time to be cooking 2 different dishes. And you know how people are, especially children. Somebody don't like something. Somebody don't like, when my kids was growing up, let me see, my son was the finicky one. Even to this day, he don't eat potato salad, he don't eat mayonnaise. Strange kid, I don't know where he came from. But my girls, they were pretty good. They weren't that finicky. All right. Now we got the ground beef is going on. This is a nice meal. It's a nice meal. And you know, there's veggies already in here, but what I do, I like to add vegetables also as a side. Maybe some asparagus. Or if you want bread, even though you already have the pasta as a carb, you can still put your garlic bread or something like that. Okay, so now we've done this. Now let me tell you when I'm fixing the dip. Okay, this pot worked out good. This is the first time I used this pot from Ross. I like Ross. Okay, so that's done. Get that pot out the way. So now what I'm going to do. Ooh, this thing is hot. What I did here. Let my cheese. Yeah, it's melted. Okay. So let me get a little fork, and I'm just gonna dabble out. I'm just gonna dabble out this cheddar cheese. Started to melt because that oven is really hot. Even though I have a fifth eye there, it was sitting on the fifth eye. It's not on. But it really don't matter because it's gonna melt anyway, right? That's right. So I take that, just spread it out as much as you can. Alrighty. There we go. This is gonna be some good lasagna. I'm telling you. You gotta make this at home. And finally, we're gonna put some more ricotta and then some more mozzarella, and it's gonna go in the oven. So it's not a difficult meal to make. It's just about having your ingredients ready. That's the key. You know, being organized. Especially if you're out working every day, but still you want to come home and have a decent meal. You know, prep those ingredients. Have them already set up in a cup. You know, pre-cook your meats. And that way you just come home, put it together. Which is real cool. I've been doing that for years. All right, let's put some mozzarella cheese on this baby. And we're going to cover it up and put it in the oven. Let's see here. Here we go. This is good stuff. This is a lot. I'm going to end up freezing this because all my kids are grown. They're adults. They're out. They have their own homes and their own lives they live. But I still enjoy cooking. So when they come through and the grands or whatever, they always have something and they can grab. And I like to cook foods that I can put in the freezer. Yep, I do. Alrighty. So that's about it. Now some people may put Parmesan cheese on top. I don't do that. Maybe after the meal. Hold on, Mr. Fossil. Maybe after the meal has been completed, you may want to put Parmesan, but you know, on your plate. But I don't really do that. Okay, there you go. And we're gonna try to find another one. And yeah, I like to leave my noodles in water. I like to leave them in water. Okay, some of this was triple. In water because it's easier to manage and to put together. They don't stick together when they're already in water. All right, and guess what? That's about it. That wasn't bad at all. Not at all. Just stay with me. Stay with me for another minute or so. We're going to get this in the oven, honey. Then we're going to get ready to enjoy it. That's what we're going to do. Get that in the oven. Now, this is old school. This is the ketchup. Old school, we would just take ketchup and just put it on the top like this. See how I'm doing that ketchup? We put it on the top. Then I'm going to smoothen it out. Make sure your hands is clean while you're cooking because you may have to use your fingers or something like that. And I'm just going to smoothen the little ketchup out. Now what I do, I cover this for about the first 20 minutes so that the steam can go throughout the lasagna. And then the last 10 to 15 minutes, I uncover it so that the noodles on top can get a little crisp. But I always cover it first because I don't want the noodles to get too hard. All right, let's get a little bit of foil. Let's get a little bit of tinfoil. Y'all heard tinfoil? Get some tinfoil. Do they still call it tinfoil? I got some tinfoil. And I'm going to cover this with some tinfoil. Put it in the oven. And I'm going to be back. It's been covered cover with some tin foil. I'm going to put it in the oven, and we'll be back in about 35 minutes. And those 35 minutes are going to zoom right by. You watch. Let me say something. Child, what you talking about? It is ready, baby. This lasagna is ready. And it came out so good. Let me show you. Baby. Oh my gosh. This thing, it looked good. I'm going to try to bring it closer. It's hot. I just got it out the oven. Woo, Jesus. Look at that. I'm going to sit it on my board and then bring down the camera. But I got it. It looks so good. I can't wait to dive into that bad boy. Let's see. Need you to take a good look at it. Let me see what do I need to do to adjust this. Again, I tell you, I'm just getting used to this video stuff. I'm trying to. There we go. Now watch me, child. Watch me. Look at that. You see that? You see that cheese in this? Good God Almighty. Woo, Jesus. Yes. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Honey, and it's on both sides. The side with the chicken and the side with the beef. Look. Come on, how high can you go? This is awesome. So listen, just chill out for a second. Let me go ahead and play the piece so we both can take a chop out of it, okay? Okay. I already cut a slice out of there. Now, normally, you're going to wait and allow this to cool for at least 30 minutes, 45 minutes, so the juices can all just simmer down, so you won't really dive into it right away. I did cut a piece out right away. Why? Because I got to show you. So, let me just let you see what my piece is looking like. Come on, now. Where we going to take you? Okay, over here. There you go. Y'all see me? Y'all see that? Now, there's a little extra juice in mine because I cut it out of the pan before 30 minutes or so before it settled in. But that's okay. It's okay. Y'all ready? You ready? Listen, let's go ahead and try it. That's kind of hot now. Y'all ain't fitting to make me scar myself trying to show out. But I'm going to try some. Let's see. You ready? This is so good. It's so good. It is so good. The noodle is not too soft. Oh my God, all the flavors. Man, what you talking about? You ever heard people say that? While they eating something good, they say, what you talking about? I ain't talking about nothing. I'm eating. Here's what I'm talking about for. And basically, they trying to say, don't talk to me. Because this is good and I'm eating it. Come on, let me get another bite here. Let me get another bite. Y'all see, look at that. Look at that. Mmm. This is a meal all by itself. You got your vegetables in here. You got your meat in here. You got your pasta noodles in here. Your sauce in here. It is good. Listen, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I want you to go ahead and subscribe. Click like. Follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. Cooking with Lady D. Thanks for being a part of it today. Love you guys. Be good, all right? Peace.